Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. This video is a little late because, well, I was busy doing things. Real life kind of got in the way, but we wake on another beautiful dawn. This is a sunrise, because I keep getting the two things mixed up, like left and right, sunsets and sunrises. Not that they really matter. It's still beautiful. It's still another beautiful day in Murderville, Paradise, sponsored by your friends and mine, the Nightmares of the Sea, the Terrors of the Sea. Now, I thought this episode we could go and find a new home island. I think that island over there in the very, very distance is in fact the starting island, which means the island beyond that is the old home island. But I think this curiously flat island over there, not the island over there, which is a very small island, but this one here, that might have some promise to it. So I think what we'll do is we'll load up the raft, which is in this direction. Hello, Mr. Raft. And we'll throw all our boxes into our inventory or whatevs and just set sail across the briny sea. Nope, that's okay. So this is the island. This is the first island that we created in Stranded Deep. It was kind of a learning experience. We were like, oh, what are we doing? We're going to be learning about rafts and stuff, and that's exactly what we did. Now, this time, water and stuff. Water's not too bad, but what we'll do is we have these clay water bottles, which we kind of did cheat in. I'm kind of not sorry about that, though, because let's just do a drinky drink. Let's make sure we are, in fact, all the way up. So we'll drain this as much as we can. I think you can only get 4 water in a water bottle currently, but apparently on the experimental server, or the experimental branch, they've changed that to 5. So eventually, when that hits live server, we will have 5 waters in a clay bottle. So I'm going to do is pick this up. In fact, let's put something in our hands, some mallet in our hands. Boop, 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 boop. Curious and more curious. We got a spare slot. Yeah, we got a spare slot, but I don't think we're going to need it. What we're going to need to do is hop on a raft. So point the raft in the direction of travel by pulling the butt around. This was a good experiment to see what we could and could not get away with in island creation. I think we can get away with quite a lot more than we did last time. So we had the experimental shipwreck, and we had the island with the rocks and stuff, but I think as far as plant density goes, we can go a lot greater or higher than that. So we'll just pop in this direction. We'll just pop the butt round a bit. There we go. Because this thing sails, it doesn't sail too bad, but good lord, the steering circle, the turning circle, is the same as a small continent. Speaking of continents, we are just going to turn the sound down in our headphones a little bit. Just a little bit so we don't go incontinent as we sail across the ocean. It's relatively calm today. I don't know if that's a good sign or we're going with the waves. Probably going with the waves. They don't seem to be that big. I have seen them bigger than this. Maybe that's just a fallacy. Maybe we're just going with it and we're not seeing ourselves getting rocked around. We're just going to put the front mast on the island we're heading towards and kind of ignore the nightmare terrors that could be in the deep. I don't know if we're going to trigger a shark on our way over. I'm hoping not. Yeah. I mean, if you look in the JSON files, sharks are basically, they will respawn, but it also seems like if the respawn triggers are taken out of the JSON file, of the save game file, then sharks will still occasionally spawn in batches anyway. I haven't been able to do, well, I haven't really confirmed this, but I kind of have seen like weird things like that. So we haven't put any sharks in the islands that we've created, but I don't think that's going to stop sharks actually getting into the zones whether they follow you in, which is totally possible because they do follow you like a little lost puppy, or whether they actually spawn in the water out. What the hell was that? Outside of your custom created island. Now that's a possibility. The other thing I'm not sure is the when you make a custom island, how many items the island can actually have in it before it starts to go really weird and causes your frames to take a nosedive into the briny deep. Having said that, it's not too bad at the moment. This is... Ooh, what is this? This is an island similar to the islands that... Holy crap, yeah. Similar to the islands that were in the original release of the game, except they're so beautiful. Yeah, similar to rocks. There's a rock down there. Creepy ass shipwreck. And a creepy ass shipwreck. But I know the creepy ass shipwreck's there. I can't really act surprised about anything on this particular island because... Well, it's half hand created, handcrafted, half crafted. So we're just going to have a little look around the island. Yep. So we've got a lot more in the way of plant density, which is kind of cool. The game can actually support that. We've got the ubiquitous sunk ass shipwreck, which I don't think we can actually get on that without. No. Without either swimming onto it, which is totally possible. And let me turn my headphones up a second. Just reach across and get the headphones turned up. There we go. Now we can actually hear stuff going on in that thing. The only thing is where the world kind of hits the edge of like the sand disappears, it just goes super deep very, very quickly. Sharks? Haven't heard one. But then there's no triggers in this area, so... It doesn't mean they can't appear, but it does mean that they shouldn't appear straight away. Yeah, so we got ourselves a sunk ass shipwreck, which is kind of cool. We've also got, for your delectation, a lot of trees, a lot of these ficus trees, which are here instead of the cook pines, because I got a little bit tired of cook pines. Also, the interesting thing you can do with the cliffs is actually lay them down on the side to give you this sort of sedimentary strata. The yellow life raft. Okay, so the yellow life raft is here because this island would have been the island that we abandoned our yellow life raft on originally. So, but we've also got like a cave thing going on here, which is kind of cool. What else? What else? The little inlet, little bay thing. Lots of rocks, lots of stuff to get on with. A lot of these sunk-ass shipwrecks, although interestingly, the loot seems to spawn on the sand, even though this thing's buried in the sand. So it wasn't here for loot reasons. It's here just to give like the beach some interest. Some interest on the beach. Also, this meadow walkway over to an island pinnacle thingy. Yay, brilliant. Terrifying at the same time. Let's just run across here. And yeah, and see the grass. At a certain level, the grass will start to render on things. And it's just like, yes, especially the walkways for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, that is terrifying. Terrifying. Still terrifying. It looks pretty though. I mean, I gotta say that the island is a pretty island. It is deep down there. It is proper deep. I don't know if we could jump and grab that. I don't think we can, although the little yellow toggle thing was there. So if we need to just shoot sharks, we could probably come along one of these gangways and do it. That's just kind of cool. Also, oh my god, what is this? You want to know something creepy? Yep, so that is the top of the C4. So it looks like a gun emplacement, like an old wartime gun emplacement. But the thing is, if you walk onto it, yeah, you get the creepy ass audio. So even though we're actually on the sand mesh, because we're in the column above the old C4, because it's just buried way down in the mesh, you still get the creepy rusty noises. So that's kind of cool. We'll just hop off there. Sunken boat. Yep. Jam the boat bow into the ground, and then you get the old cool ass sunken boat. Brilliant. There's the rocks that we were on a second ago, and then like the spine of the boat goes back here. Yeah, cool. Absolutely brilliant. There are some sunken wrecks out to sea, if you should wish to go out to sea. It's well, yeah, they're terrifying. They are absolutely terrifying. Oh, I don't have the old torch with me. We should actually get round to making ourselves a shelter for the night, and then we can get round to like making a proper house and stuff. And then we got some sea stacks and stuff. I don't know if there's anything down there apart from terror and nightmare fuel. We've got the back of the old so this sedimentary rock layer with the old cliffs and stuff. We'll come through here. You got the green belt, the green areas. Ooh, with the coconuts on the old coconut trees, some yuccas, and then just like on the center part of the island, some little bits of clay, although they do look like little poo nuggets, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, it's not like you can do with those. It's kind of like, I'm going to throw them in the sea, and then you'd have like poo in the sea. Yep, the inner area. We've got some seagulls flying around the top of this sort of cliff thing. Can we? Nope. Yep. Maybe. No. Yep. Okay. So we can jump up here. So it is actually quite high. You know, we are higher than the tallest palm tree. So that's definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. But we've got this like cliff entrance. Yeah. Yellow boat. Yellow boat was here because why not? Why not? The interesting thing about the cliffs, the bottom of the mesh is open, so you either have to jam it in the ground or you can use other rocks like this just to hide the bottom of the open mesh, and that's pretty much it. So as a handcrafted island, it's actually not that bad. A little bit terrifying in places. And then you have these shipwrecks. It kind of reminds me, I think there's one on the Isle of Wight like this. There's a beach on the Isle of Wight, which is an island off the south coast of the UK. And it's where, did I say before? It's where we put all our prisoners. Let's go up here. Yeah. No, there's a shipwreck. There's a shipwreck. That is, yeah, that is way, way down there. You do not want to be going down there. Can we jump up here? Can we jump up here? Oh my god, we can jump up here. Yes, of course we can. Brilliant. Yeah, so what you don't put in when you create an island, the game puts in, so the underwater rocks and various bits and pieces, and just fills in those little bits of nightmare fuel for you. And then you got LOD, occlusion, and everything else, which hopefully keeps the frames nice and ticking over. Brilliant. I do like these walkways, and I have seen other people use them in their maps. This is like, oh, I'm being so clever using these walkways, and actually, no, it's something everyone does. So we've done a once round of the island, which is kind of cool, but we do need to, get our construction on, because we need a shelter and we need a way of generating water. So that was stupid. I picked this up and I don't really have anywhere to put it. Okay, fine. We need to work out where we're going to put our sheet. Fine. We're going to put some stuff down. We can put some stuff around here to begin with. There are a load of logs here. I'm just going to admit that straight away. I threw a load of logs down because the first thing that we would do is end up chopping up all the trees that I'd put on the island, and it kind of seems like a shame if we're going to start a building project and, you know, just chop all the trees down. What can I say? I like trees. Yeah, so we need the crude hammer, but we also need to dump all these crates down. I think we'll dump the crates down on the beach. Oh my god, it's going to get dark before we get our stuff together. So let us dump it down. So yeah, the idea for this island, I thought it could be like Pacific Island in the Pacific, because that's where Pacific Islands are kept. If you know your geography. There we go. And there are a lot of old wartime bits and pieces on them. Old gun emplacements, old pillboxes and stuff. Yeah, there's just a ton of stuff kind of kicking around out in the middle of nowhere. And it's just like, ew, that is really nice for you to have put here, but do we need it for? And it's like, yeah, well, there was a thing a while ago, a big event, a world war, if you will. And yeah, a lot of things happened. And what does that say? Tarp panel. Okay, so we've got Oh, apparently we've got enough stuff for a solar still if we have the tarp panel in the area. Okay, fine. The loom's here, the tanning rack's here, the furnace we can probably make. It requires a shitload of clay. Just like so much clay for these crafting stations. And the brick station as well. Interestingly, the addition of these new stations does kind of take away a little bit from the fact that 1520, yeah, we need to get a wriggle on. It does take away from the fact that if you want to be nomadic, if you want to just kind of go from place to place in your boat, that thing's going to be in the way, isn't it? In your boat. A little bit of lag there. Unless that's something spawning in. Oh my god. Would they have found us already? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. That's not a good thing. Let's get that out of our face. Out of our face. Out of our face. What was I talking about? World War. No. Keeping your Pacific Island in the Pacific. No. Oh god. Getting a wriggle on? Getting water on. Feeding ourselves. The plot thickens, or at least it doesn't, because I've completely forgotten what the hell I was talking about. This is nice. We'll just throw our shelter down. Oh yeah, the thingy. So if you're going to go fully nomadic, it is quite interesting. Oh, we need another palm frond. We're going to have to chop a palm down. Bum. All right. Okay. We're going to need a chopper. The chopper's on the raft. Fine, we'll get the chopper from the raft and then we'll chop stuff down. Yeah, if you're going to be nomadic, all these crafting stations, while great, kind of take away from the whole nomad life hashtag. That can't be a real hashtag. Don't look it up if it isn't, or if it is, then look it up. I don't know. What the hell do I? No, I don't know anything. Go away. Don't go away. No, watch the video. Christ, we need to get so much stuff done and the sun's going down. And I need to chop down a tree, which is exactly what I didn't want to do, because the trees are kind of cool. But that's fine. We'll chop down. We'll find a little one and we'll chop it down. Are you a little one? Yeah. Okay, we'll chop you down. The other thing they've done on the experimental server, apart from introduce I think it's the plank station, so you can make planks from tree trunks now. There we go. Just catch it and drag it back as it's falling. We'll knock it off and then knock the palm bunch off, and then once it's knocked off, we'll be able to create a shelter by smashing that repeatedly. So we go shelter everywhere, but let's build one here. Okay, fine. So we just jam it in here so it's not kind of in the way when we do our main building program. There we go. Should we save as well? May as well. Shelter is here. The game has been saved. And now we can create a fire. The other thing they've done on the experimental server is to, actually we can use that for the fire, is to straight introduce player statuses. So you can now get sunburn and now you can freeze to death, which is, well, it's a thing. It's a thing. Apparently the temperature for freezing is 20 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit? I honestly don't know. Where are we going to put the campfire? Because we'll need to put a smoker on it as well. Pop it here. Can we put a thing around it? A fire pit? Oh, can we put a fire pit if we stand over here? Yes. Yes, we can. So we go back to our... Where are you, campfire? Oh, there you are. Huh. One of these should have... Nope. 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 No, there we go. Yeah, so the player status is kind of interesting. 20 degrees Celsius is approximately 7 degrees more than it is here at the moment. So by game logic, I mean, if that's right, if the people in the forums are to be believed, I should be dead right now. So, I don't know. I think it's one of those things that needs tweaking. And sunburn you can get when you're out on your raft just sailing around. Yeah, I'm not... I think it's going to require a little tweaking there, buddy. An interesting thing. We'll see if it works later on. So we have our campfire all ready to go. Yeah. We have a kindling, which is here. We didn't need to make any more because, well... Oh, the sun is going down. In fact, the sun's gone down, I think. It has gone down, and we've got the afterglow, so the twilight, a little bit of twilight as the sun disappears beyond the horizon. I don't even know what those islands are. Oh, is that the island we came from? I think it is, yeah. Oh, there it goes. And now the island is ours. A night time of... Does it get more terrifying at night? Not really. Not really. I mean, there's the cool like shipwreck bits, and the old creepy ass installation, gun emplacement. We'll get the fire lit. I think what we should do is also get the smoker online. 3 sticks and 1 lashing. We can get the sticks from the old. I'm gonna chop some of these pines down. Could do. Little pines. Are there sticks lying around? I think there are. No, that's planks. There are some sticks somewhere. Or we could just go and chop some stuff in the face until it becomes a stick. Oh, there might actually be some in the crates. I did pack a lot of stuff. We should probably get the crates off of the raft as well. That might be a cool thing. We've got so much stuff. I mean, that's a good thing. We have so much stuff in order to create... Oh, there we go. Tree stump. That's why you don't jam the palm trees too low in the ground, because otherwise you won't be able to get the stuff off of them. Or physics will freak out. Physics usually freaks out in this game, and it goes, "Hello, I'm physics," and you're like, "Oh, hello, physics. What are you doing?" And it's like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just throwing out your stuff everywhere." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, that's good. Carry on, carry on, carry on." Well, that's the 3, I think. Oh, 4. We got loads of sticks. We got loads of sticks now. Why do I keep looking at my backpack and not the lantern? Okay, the lantern, because that is something that we desperately needed. To get our fire on. Considering we did a speed run where we just stood up on an island, built a shelter, and got all the stuff like slammed out, now we are on an island, and why don't we leave the... Oh, there it is. That is a camouflage shelter. Very good, very good. I approve. Yeah, what we can do is we can get the lantern out, and if we drop the lantern here, maybe? Okay, which means it gives us a point of reference, a point of light, so we can actually get our craft on, and when we get our craft on, we need another lashing. Oh, okay, let's just grab the lashings. Lashings plural, and we get the smoker online. Smoker? Oh, okay. The kindling appears to be in the way of the smoker, I think. I'm hoping that's the case. Otherwise, we now have a campfire that is, yep, completely useless to us. But we don't. Oh, seriously? Seriously. All right, we'll drop that down. We'll pick up the kindling. We will light the fire. Yes, we will. So yeah, if you're on experimental, the way to keep warm at night is to light a fire, which is great. But it does mean that not only tied to an island because you have to build all the crafting stations, but now you have to use all the resources on the island to keep warm at night, because if it gets lower than 20 degrees Celsius, about 4.4 thousand Fahrenheit, because Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius are very different, then you will end up freezing to death because you've burnt everything on the island, and now global warming is going to kill you. Oh, we need the knife in order to turn the fishies that we caught last time into fishy treats. I mean, we could eat the baked beans. So yeah, in order to turn the fishies into fishy treats, well, what's the time? It's nearly time to go to sleep. I'll tell you that for free. We're also quite low on water, we're quite low on food. We might as well just put the old bats, great. Put the old campfire out, because we need a knife in order to... I think we're going to have to kind of eat into... What? Oh, no. Oh, no, we've got a full inventory. Bum. All right. We need that. No, we don't need that. Where'd the knife go? Oh, seriously. There it is. boop, where we can't get it. So we need to drop one of these. Then we can turn that on. Then we can grab that. And then we can head back. Can we see the smoke from the fire before we see the fire? Is the because the light from the fire should really be reflected in... Yes, it is. Look. In the trees. Ah. It's those little touches that work so well. So if we get the fishies... Oh, we've got to drop something. Oh, no, we don't. Okay, we'll drop that down. We're already making a mess on our lovely new island. We'll just throw these fishes on the floor and eat a skin. And then our view gets covered in blood. The dude goes, oh, yes. I know, dude, but the thing about the fishes is there going to be dinner? Don't say that. That's horrible. I mean, this fishes died for your breakfast. You could have just had cornflakes instead. Where'd the last one go? There were 4. Wait, what? Oh, where's the last fishy? Oh, there he is. There he is. Right, so we'll get the refined knife, and then he'll be like, oh, it's disgusting. Well, maybe you should have a bit of milk or something. He could be like, oh, you know, I have the thingy with the milk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do they go? All on the floor. Right, all right. We'll manually throw them into the smoker then. The bats are here because the bats have... 1, 2. You... What? Wait, what? Where did the rest... Oh, there's 1. Okay. 3. Oh, right, okay. 3 and 4. I just couldn't see it because they were so dark. So dark. Like, almost the same colour as the rocks. Fine. So all the fishy bits are now in the smoker. I've just thrown the torch on the floor, as is the way of things. So we'll pick that up. The time is 22:18, so it is way beyond the time where we should sleep. We could technically stay awake all night, but we're not going to. We're going to save. And then we're going to sleep, and that's going to put us... Well, it's going to put us into the morning. There we go. The fire is probably going to be still going. Gotta move. So we'll put the campfire out, preserve what precious fuel we have left. We'll grab the smoked meat, which we got from the various fishes of the sea yesterday. Wait a minute. It's really misty. Oh, it's one of those days where everything goes like super misty. We do need to make a solar still. But for the time being, good lord, look. And you can see all the way down into the sea because for some reason this weather effect, this like really misty weather effect, allows you to see like properly far down into the sea. I kind of like it. It takes the blue away from like the water. And then you can just see stuff like that, which is nightmare fuel. Yeah, there we go. There's an underwater shipwreck. And you can see it very, very, very clearly. I wonder... Oh, that's interesting. Just a hole in the water mesh there. Do you see it right in the middle? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how close we can get to that before it... Don't know. Oh, there you go. So, wow. I've not seen that before in this game. I didn't even know that was possible. Yeah, it's a weird sort of sandy, dusky... let's pick that up on the way past. Just a drive-by pickup. Weird sandy, dusky day. Weird weather effect. Kind of liking it though. Let's have a look over here. Let's look at this one. So you can see the shipwreck. Not really, because the sun's kind of blocking it out. Yeah, no, I don't know what this weather effect is actually called, because it's just like a mist, like a casual mist. I wonder if casual mist is a thing. Oh, it looks like rocks have actually pinned the front of that shipwreck down. Interesting. I wonder if we... Oh my god. 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 The water was black. I thought it would be clear, but the water is just black. Whoa. Oh, I am not liking that. I am not liking that at all. No, sir. No, sir. Oh, wow. No, that. I wasn't expecting that at all. Well, good heavens. I don't know. Oh, but there are little fishes, so we can use this area to, like, fish, I guess? That'd be brilliant. You know what? You know what, though? I think I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm going to leave it there. And next time we'll get everything set up. We'll see if we can start building like a house and get our water sitch sorted out and online and everything. And, you know, take it from there. Just get this place turned into a proper physics home island. So if you're liking the series, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel because that was going to help us out immensely. And you know what? I'll catch you next time. Bye.